So these are all of my indoor plants, and we've been struck with pestilence. I think you can probably guess what it is by the yellow sticky things. Have a look at this. Yep, fungus gnats. Now, honestly, there are a couple of pots that are absolutely teeming with it. So have a look and see if you can see them crawling around in here. I don't know if you can or not, but they're flying and zooming, and yep, so I think this is the main culprit. There are others as well, but to try and get rid of them, because they've been zipping around everywhere inside, I've brought them all out and I'm going to treat them with hydrogen peroxide. So I'm going to mix that up, 1 part of hydrogen peroxide to 4 parts of water, and I'm going to absolutely drench these guys. So here's the hydrogen peroxide, and we've got the gnat barrier and watering can. So I'm going to mix this up and then water everything till it all runs out the bottom, and then put this on and some decorative pebbles on top and see if it works. Anyway, fingers crossed. Help. So I've got our hydrogen peroxide. This is 200 mils, and then I've got 800 mils of water. So these are going into the watering can. Put in the hydrogen peroxide first, and then the water. You'll see me spill it everywhere. Alright, let's go kill us some gnats. Alright, this was the worst of them, so I'm considering actually using the whole litre of hydrogen peroxide solution on this one. But yeah, let's treat it first, and like I said, if all fails, I might actually leave it outside and even consider replacing the potting mix, because it's pretty bad. I think I'm going to put it in quarantine away from the other plants. Anyway, hopefully this is going to make a difference. So we're just going to water it liberally. And I'm really, really hoping that it kills them all. There we go. Look at that. There's a major flood in there, and I'm not feeling any regrets. So I had to go to 3 different stores to get all of these. So by the time you add it up, it costs a bit of money. They're about $4.30 each, I think, but they only sell small bottles. Can't get big bottles anywhere. So anyway, hopefully this is enough to do the rest of the plants. I didn't get very far through them yesterday. Had to, ran out of hydrogen peroxide. Ran out of it, and I had to go and get some more. Thought you might like to see me just treat one of these with the hydrogen peroxide solution. This is a Sansevieria twister. So just going to fill it right up to the brim, let it soak through, and then put the gnat barrier on straight away, so that the gnats don't get a chance to lay eggs in there again before I put the barrier on to prevent them going in there. So there goes, just going to soak through. I might just put a little bit extra, just wash that off, just to make sure it goes all the way through the soil. Then we grab the gnat barrier. And just going to cover it up before the gnats have a chance to lay any more eggs in there. So you can see it's just very fine pumice, but it's meant to prevent them from laying eggs in the soil. I mean, I do normally put a top dressing on, but this is much smaller particles. And so hopefully that's what it's going to do, is prevent those gnats from burrowing in there and laying eggs. And hopefully no more babies. We'll try and stop the cycle. There you go. You see all the bubbles in this one? I think that's the hydrogen peroxide sort of separating into water and oxygen. So as you can see, I've treated most of the plants and I've put the gnat barrier on there. So the next step will be to put some sticky traps just to keep an eye on the situation. You can see even with some of my big plants over here, yep, they've all got the gnat barrier on them. So we'll put up some of the sticky traps and yeah, just keep an eye on them and see whether or not we've gotten rid of as many as possible. So fingers crossed if you believe in that. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just see what happens, but let's just keep a close eye on them. So as you can see, I used about 12 of the little bottles of hydrogen peroxide mixed with water. I did a 1:4 ratio. And then I'll put the gnat barrier on top, which is just very fine pumice. So I've done all of my indoor plants and so treated them, put the gnat barrier on. So the next step is these guys. I'm going to put a few of these into some of the pots just to keep an eye on whether or not we've got all the adult insects. So they look like this when you take them out, and you've just got to remove each side and reveal the sticky part and put them in the pots. So I'll put a few more of these sticky traps in and keep an eye on the situation. So if you enjoyed this video, please do a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I would love to get some more subscribers. We're nearly up to 500. So yeah, anyway, keep you posted and we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching. Bye.